All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see everybody. Hope you guys are doing well, having a good week. Welcome to this monthly call, I guess. So this is my team call. We do once a month. We open it up to the public. So good to see all you guys who aren't necessarily part of the team. I I've been on vacation for a week, so I went down to Orlando and I spoke at the Florida Association of Realtors conference. That was Thursday. So we drove down Wednesday. I flew my parents and my wife's parents in Wednesday, so they came to the event, which was really cool to have them there at the event. And then Thursday was the event. Friday and Saturday we go to Disney. Went to Animal Kingdom Friday, Magic Kingdom Saturday. So my daughter's almost 2, and it really was magical, to be honest with you. And things couldn't work out any better. It was a nice overcast the days that we went, so it wasn't that hot. A hurricane actually hit while we were gone, so we weren't here for that. So that was good. But you know what was so cool about it? Like below actual bonding with my family was the fact that the reason why I could bond with the family even more than normal is because I literally shut everything down. If you guys notice, I didn't post on YouTube. I only posted on Instagram like twice one day. And then like I didn't follow up. I wasn't worried about stuff. I wasn't thinking about, oh God, is this deal and that deal? I wasn't in any kind of frame of mind in terms of working at all, which I don't think, guys, to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever done that. I can't remember a time when I literally shut everything down mentally and just enjoyed the moment of a vacation. Normally, when I go on vacation, I'm still working, right? I'm still like following up, answering my phones. I'm still, working deals. I didn't do any of that. This trip. It was really the first time I completely unplugged. So I didn't post anywhere, and I didn't answer a whole lot of stuff. Very, very minimal. All right, and I don't know, man. It was very. I don't know, it was just like another level because again, I've never done this, so it was new to me. It was new to me to literally unplug and really kind of be in the moment. And I really bonded with my daughter on a completely different level. Even my wife noticed. She's like, "I feel like you guys bonded a little more." I said, "Yeah, it's because I haven't been thinking about work in the back of my mind, even though I do shut off at 5 o'clock every day." Um, it's just like that 5 o'clock till she goes to bed is kind of like an aftermath of work, though. Even though like I shut down and try to focus on family, it's still kind of like my brain is shot from all the effort I put in all day. So it's still not like a full, participation. It's still not like a full being present um, situation. It's just kind of like my brain is in the aftermath of everything that happened during the day. And so, although I feel like I do a much better job than the average person in terms of shutting down at 5 o'clock and spending time with the family, there's no way that anybody can be 100% because, like, this was like sleeping in. Like, I don't do that. Like, sleeping in as long as I could sleep, and then like having a fully charged mind to literally just play games with my daughter was like a completely different level. So anyway, it was really cool. And I really enjoyed it. So, you guys, looking back on it, I feel like, maybe I should have done that a little more. One thing that gave me a lot of confidence to do that was where I am, as far as business goes and all the incredible different avenues that I have of completely passive income that are coming in. Like I was watching, the money rolling in, while not doing anything. And that was really cool to have that moment and to just kind of take a second to recharge and like you know, um, kind of get ready here, because I'll tell you the truth, from now to the end of the year, everything for me is just building a foundation for 2022. Every single little piece of every second that I do in terms of what I'm doing in my business and work is all geared towards 2022 right now. Every single bit of it. August 1st is as a real estate agent's New Year's. That is your New Year's, your New Year's Eve. The last day of July is literally your New Year's Eve. If you're a real estate agent, August 1st needs to be your New Year's, setting New Year's resolutions, like crushing it, getting ready, and really going all in with everything. Because from that point on, you're really working for 2022. Now, some of the deals you do in August are going to close in September and even October and November. So you still got some stuff that's going to trickle into 2021. Okay. But right now, I'm telling you right this second, every single drop, 100% is going towards 2022. Even any money I make right now, I'm literally just throwing it back into the business. Like, I don't even want any money right now. Just any income I make, I just want to get rid of it and put it right back into my business in some form or fashion. And if I am saving up any money, it's only to have a nest egg to invest back into my business next year. It's like so that I can have some padding to invest next year in whatever capacity that may be. So, guys, I'm on a completely different level right now. I'm going to be in Dallas next Wednesday. And that's my event. That's the Zero to Diamond Tour. So tickets are totally free. That can be found at zerotodiamond.com/events. And let me tell you right this second that I'm on an entirely different level. These speeches that I've been doing, Miami, and then Salt Lake, and then Nashville, and then Charleston, and then Orlando, every speech has been completely different and had a different energy depending on the crowd and what I was feeling at the time, and a bunch of different factors involved. And let me tell you something about Dallas. I've never been. This is the one. Miami was a warm up. Okay. Salt Lake was very small, and it was like more of a very intimate classroom setting. Nashville was on fire. Charleston, smaller crowd than Nashville, but so into it. The crowd in Charleston was probably the most hype, I would say, if I had to vote myself. And this one in Orlando was during a convention where there were probably like 6 other classes going on at once, where you had your choice to pick which class you wanted to go to. And so, there was probably, I don't know, 150 maybe in my session. But Dallas is my theme for Dallas is going to be energy. I want to transfer energy from me into you guys, and you're not going to get it unless you're there physically. So every little event that I'm going to do from now on, I'm going to give it everything I got to literally pour my energy straight into you, hoping that it transfers into you where you can take it and go use it. And I'm serious about this. I want you guys to feel what I feel about the market, about your career, about the industry, so on and so forth. I want you guys to, have this invincible feeling, like I feel like, I talk about unstoppable. It's not really unbeatable, right? It doesn't mean you beat everybody. It just means you don't stop. And I have this overwhelmingly sense of invincibility to a lot of things. Sure, I'm ready to get knocked off at any moment, start at the bottom and work my way right back up. Did that before. Not a big deal. I'm ready for that at any moment. But when you think the way that I think about the business, you're in a position where, it's almost like, you just can't lose. When closings happen every day and business is unlimited forever, competition doesn't exist. All you got to do is take care of people, build your database, build your brand, create great first impressions, follow that up with weekly emails and social media to continue to build a brand from that great first impression. And then you're going to be one of the top agents in your area. If you do that for 4 years straight, there's no way to lose. I was talking to an agent today, fixing to get into the business, seems really scared, right? Pretty scared. And I said, man, listen, the fact that you're scared right now scares me for you, because 90% of agents don't make it. And if you're walking into this career, worried about failure, worried about this, worried about that, not a lot of self-confidence going in, there's a good chance you're going to be on the wrong side of that statistic, man. You got to get rid of that now. If you can't look at the tens of thousands of agents who are crushing it and realize that your intelligence level is somewhere probably in the middle or better, and your intentions are probably in the top. If you're following me and you really go deep and you're really thinking about it, your intentions to help people should be way above the average agent. You should be in the top like 1 or 2% in terms of your intention rate of that you are there to genuinely help people. And if you're in that department, you've got a really good shot at it. But it all comes back to confidence. If you're not believing in it, then you're going to have a tough time. So if I can transfer energy to you guys about some of this stuff, that's really what I want you guys to feel it, and to feel that you can be invincible even if you're a brand new agent with no sales. It doesn't matter. Like it literally does not matter. Who cares about that? Okay, now then you get a sale. Then what's your excuse going to be? Man, I do 100 deals a year, so I don't have time to spend as much time as you do with clients. I can create excuses. Everybody can. I'm too old. I'm too young. I this, I that. I'm tired of hearing it, to be honest with you. Guys, there's no excuse you can tell me that makes sense. Sure, there's temporary things like some life or death things and some health things. There's some legitimate things, temporary things, right? But at the end of the day, we got to be what? Unstoppable. And let's face it, like most people don't have those life or death situations. Some people do, and my prayers go out to those people. I mean, we actually, on our way home from Orlando yesterday, we stopped at a Waffle House in Milton, and we were just eating dinner, and this guy came up to us, and because we had our daughter, and he's like, guys, you better hold your daughter close. And he started telling us about his daughter, who's 9 months old, and how she has to have open heart surgery, and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. They're going to restructure her heart and all kinds of stuff. And they're actually headed, from an hour away to go another hour and towards Pensacola to go to the hospital, like for a treatment and stuff. And it's just like our hearts like really poured out to this guy. And he went outside, and my wife was like, we need to give him some money. I just ran out there and I was like, guys, y'all need some money. And they're like, no, we're good. And like he brought his daughter into the Waffle House and like showed us the baby and stuff. And it's just like, well, I just turned right around and I was like, you guys wait right here. I went to the ATM and pulled out as much money as that machine would give me. And I just said, here, like you just, I don't know, guys, you just, like your intentions just has to be on a completely different level. And when you're in that mindset that it just doesn't, nothing can phase you, right? And when you're in the position to give back, you do. You never turn down an opportunity to help someone, right? Regardless of what the outcome is going to be for you monetarily or even emotionally, right? You don't do it for them. You do it for you because you know that you're there to do the right thing. Dallas, guys, if you please, and listen, any event that I'm doing, I want you to understand, it's one thing to watch stuff on YouTube. It's something completely different to be there in person and feel the energy in the room. Anybody that's been to one of my events can tell you better go. This is not a joke. This isn't a ploy. You guys see the events online. I'm not selling you anything there. I'm not trying to get you there to do something. Okay. I'm trying to help transfer energy from myself to you, right? That's all it is. Discord. If you're not on Discord, you guys need to jump on Discord and please start making your calls with me. I've been in the cold call room on Discord all day, making my calls, going through my stuff, and the room holds 25. There's like 15, 20 people in there. I made a second cold call room in case that room fills up. Go there, make your calls with us, and then post your daily results there, right? There's like almost 3,000 agents there. We're holding ourselves accountable. It's an incredible platform. Go there and do that. All right. If you need a link to that, it's in my Instagram bio. Go to my Instagram bio. I see a question too about Louisiana, about getting hit by the hurricane. I sent money over there. I Venmo'd people money that were in Louisiana. My dad, we were still in Orlando, but my dad actually drove supplies over to Louisiana. He went over there and back in one day. Guys, just helping people, can go so far, right? The question basically though is about cold calling, as far as like the hurricane hit Louisiana, and should I still be cold calling? Seems a little bit insensitive since people have lost their lives and homes and everything. The thing with that is that, and hold on one second, I want to grab this Discord link and share it on these other platforms so you guys can see it there in the comments. Russell just posted that Discord link. The thing about like calling during a time like this, right, when things are going, really bad and everything, it's not about calling. Like even before these, unforeseen circumstances, it's not about calling to try to sell their house, right? It's about calling and reaching out to the community and just seeing what you can do to help those people. It shouldn't be any different calling during a time like this as you would call before a time like this. You're calling to introduce yourself, tell them who you are, what you do, and that you're here to help. Listen, guys, did you how are you guys doing through this hurricane? Did you guys lose something? Did you lose your house? Did you lose this? Did you lose that? What can we do? What can I do to help you? What can I do with the resources I have to help you? Right? You need a place to rent. Let me exhaust my resources to see if I can find you a place to stay. This, that, the other. I don't know. But you should be burning up the phones right now. You should be leaning into the calls at this moment, right? It's like when the pandemic happened and COVID happened and people thought it was insane. No, you should be leaning into the calls to see how they're doing through this pandemic and see what you can do to help them through the pandemic. If the market crashes very abruptly and people lose their houses, a lot of foreclosure stuff, you should be leaning into that, saying, hey, here I am. I'm here to help you. What can I do? Right? I don't know. And it's not even taking advantage of the situation. It's taking advantage of the opportunity to help people. Right? And so, it comes back to building your brand and everything, but it goes back also to the golden rule, right? Do unto others, right? And it all comes back to you tenfold. You guys got to flip into this. I know it's a lot different than what most coaches and trainers talk about. I hear them saying, oh, it's all about the deal. Like deals are above family and stuff. I hear some of them say, are you kidding me? Oh man, it hurts my heart to hear, to know that agents are actually listening to that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. All right. So Dallas and look, but furthermore, all events, right? Connecticut later on. I'm putting together something in Denver for February next year. I'm planning out my next year events, and it's looking like, I want to do I want to do 3 kind of medium size events next year and 1 massive event. Okay. 1 massive event, Zero to Diamond Conference in Vegas next September. That's what I'm looking at. 4 Zero to Diamond events, 3 that are kind of like the ones I've been doing with maybe 300 to 500 agents, and then 1 massive one in Vegas. That's what I'm looking at for next year. So February, I'm looking at Denver. Then I want to do something in California somewhere, and then Vegas, and then maybe something on the East Coast, or maybe even like Philadelphia or something like that over this way. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Okay. NFT project. I wanted to talk about that for just a second because I am, I know a lot of you guys don't even know what an NFT is or or anything about NFTs and so on and so forth. And some of you do, right? But I want to take some questions here in just a second, and I want to run through tons of questions, as many you guys can throw at me, maybe like even a lightning round type deal, and just run through as many questions as I can get from you guys. But NFTs are literally like it's a digital baseball card that cannot be replicated. All right, cannot be replicated. So even if you make one that looks exactly the same, it's a second one. It's not the first one. So I've created 100 of these. I'm going to have 100 NFTs, and they're going to give you different accesses, right? Access to shadow me, access to do a certain amount of Zoom calls with me. Everybody that buys one is going to get a phone call from me. You'll get access to the conference in Vegas for 2 years. There's going to be tons of different things. Okay, tons of different things. And I bought a Gary V NFT for $8,000, and I got offered $43,000 for it from 3 different people a week ago. And I didn't sell it because it didn't feel right. Like I wanted to, like there's a 10% of me that wanted to just sell it, but then there was 90% of me that says, don't sell that. And, this is the future, right? This technology and blockchain is the future. I even feel like deeds are going to be distributed on the blockchain. I think you're going to have everything you own is going to be in your phone, in your digital wallet, you know, uh, houses, cars, everything is going to be right there in your phone, in your digital wallet, your deeds and titles and everything. I think that's where it's going. Who knows? I don't see why it wouldn't. It's massive. So we're very, very early on this, and maybe I'm too early, who knows? But I am doing a project, and it's a way for you guys to invest into my brand. It's a way for you guys to really have some more one-on-one interaction with me and as a group. It's very exciting. So if you guys don't know anything about NFTs, you have to have a digital wallet. So you have to create a digital wallet. You have to put money. You have to buy cryptocurrency. Ethereum is the currency that's going to be used to buy the NFTs. And you need, like, my NFTs are going to range anywhere from 1.5 Ethereum up to eight Ethereum. So you need to have 1.5 to 8 Ethereum ready to roll when I launch this, which is going to be in a couple weeks. All right. So you guys let me know if you have any questions there. Just DM me on Instagram or anywhere else.
Ricky, what does NFT mean?
It means non-fungible token. So like cryptocurrencies, like a Bitcoin is a fungible token, right? So each one is not like a different one. It's like a dollar. You have a dollar, and this dollar is no different than the next dollar, right? But NFT is non-fungible, which means this piece of art is totally different from this piece of art, even if it looks the same. It's two completely different. Like you can own that one, and then another person can own the other one, right? So NFT is like a digital baseball card. It's basically artwork. Okay, it's a piece of art. But what's so interesting about it is there's smart contracts involved, which makes it one of a kind. And then what people have done is they've created, since it's a digital piece of property. What some people have done is they've actually created tangible assets that go with that digital property. Okay, so like for example, like one of my tokens, you could buy, and then basically you can redeem that token for tons of stuff. But like you could shadow me once a day, 1 day a year for 2 years. Like that's one of them, right? Work out with me, breakfast, lunch, Zoom calls. You can actually bring your entire team. If you have a team, you can bring your entire team to Gulf Shores and hang out with me in my conference room for 3 hours and jam out with your entire team and strategize. Tell me all about the roles, break it all down. Let me hear everything, come up with a game plan, like just jam. So there's just different tokens for different accesses. Okay. And then access to the my Zero to Diamond conference. I'm gonna do a huge conference once a year. So you get access to that for 2 years, just different stuff, right? So there's tangible things on the back of these digital pieces of art that you buy. And, even after it's all said and done, right, it's still going to be a digital asset that's going to be sitting there that you own. So at that point, what's it worth? This is going to be my very first NFT project. So as NFTs gain momentum and popularity out there, we look back, what's a Ricky Carruth original NFT going to be worth? In my mind, a shit ton. Excuse my French, like a lot. Like that's my opinion, right? That's my opinion that these things are like, it's like a baseball card. It's a piece of paper, right? But you've got baseball cards that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. So, and I know I'm not comparing myself to like the popularity of a baseball card or that I'm a celebrity or anything. However, I am one of the hardest working people you've ever met. And like I'm only going to continue to grow. And so as I grow and as NFTs and the popularity there ended up growing, see, you didn't even know what NFT was. You asked me what an NFT was. And so imagine how many other people don't know what NFT is. And once you realize what it is and how it all works and how easy it is to actually transfer digital assets in a digital wallet, right? It's just going to be, it's so massive. It's so massive. It's just mind blowing how massive this is going to be, the NFT world, not necessarily my project, just the NFT world in general, like how massive this thing really is. And as cryptocurrencies have passed so many tests in terms of currency used by people in the world, like it just continues to crush every single test, every single social test that cryptocurrency has come up against. It shatters that test and moves on to the next test, the next test, the next test. And like we're even get to the point where like the second largest mortgage company in the US is accepting Bitcoin and Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies as payment. Like you can do your down payment, you can make payments, and you can pay your house off with Bitcoin if it's through this certain mortgage company. Other mortgage companies are going to follow suit. There's major, like it's even got to the point where holding cryptocurrency is part of a company's balance sheet and P&Ls. Like it's passing every test and continuing to become more and more. I mean, for me, I think about money in a bank and I look at my bank account online and I see just numbers in a bank account. Like I don't see any paper there that comes out of my computer and like hits me in the face. This is digital, right? It's kind of the same thing. Like there's some kind of like blockchain like similarities between online banking of today with dollars in a bank that there is with cryptocurrency in our digital wallets, right? It's just something that's not really understood on a mainstream level, but is understood by a lot of people, and it'll just continue to grow momentum as time goes on. But it's such an interesting place to be. Yes, Ethereum is a $3,500 per token. Mm, cool. So that's coming up in a couple weeks, along with several other huge announcements that I have coming up. And I'm really excited. I'm working on some massive stuff too, guys. Like some big company stuff that I'm just excited about and excited to share with you guys. You know, when the time comes. So I'll give you guys a quick hint. I'm getting my mortgage license. I'll tell you that much. All right, I want to take some questions if you guys have any. Just raise your hand on Zoom there if you guys have any questions. And I will. Christopher, how you doing, man?
Hey Ricky, what's going on?
Man, I'm just living the dream, brother. How about you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Actually, I had a question about the crypto thing because I invested early with the crypto and like I had like life situations I had to back out a little bit, and I kind of feel like the crypto thing is going to be a death of the dollar. What do you think about that?
You think it's going to be what?
The death of the dollar?
You think it's going to be like take place of the dollar?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think so. I really do. I mean, I think what we'll see, and kind of some things that I've heard is like as the Bitcoin continues to crush every social test that there is in terms of a currency becoming a mainstream currency, I think what we'll end up seeing is like there'll be like different cryptos for different countries. You know, like we'll see the U.S. Bitcoin, and we'll see the, you know what I mean? Like maybe not Bitcoin, but like I feel like we'll see like the US have its own cryptocurrency and China have its own cryptocurrency and so on and so forth. So no, I think it will. It's, and that's why I say, I mean, we're already seeing the second largest mortgage company. They say in the third quarter they're going to accept Bitcoin, for payments. You can do your down payment, you can pay your house off with Bitcoin, and so it's coming. It's becoming more and more of a thing where I believe that we're going to end up seeing NFTs as our deeds and as our uh, as our titles to our cars and our boats and so on and so forth. Slowly but surely, I mean, it makes things so much easier, right? There's not all this stuff. It's just right there. It's all digital. It's in your wallet. Like there's no denying. Here it is. I own this house. I own this car. You want to sell your house? Then you send me this much, money, whatever coin you want to accept, and then you transfer the NFT deed to them. So no, and hey, listen, we're very early in this process. We're talking about way down the road, but it's happening a lot faster than people think. A lot faster than people think. So it's just interesting to watch and to try to, once you understand the fundamentals of what it really is and how big this is really going to be, and how mainstream this is, then it's just a no-brainer of where it's all headed. So
I know that Tether, like I'm reading up on Tether, and they say like since Tether kind of like matches the U.S. dollar, a lot of platforms are using that currency because it's so close to the U.S. dollar.
mhm. Yeah, no, I mean, that's a prime example, that's a prime example. So, no, I agree, man. I agree. I think that's the direction we're heading in. Sean.
There you go. Can you hear me then?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're trying to get into the NFT game. Where could like a beginner go to maybe get in on the game, I guess, to purchase some NFTs or learn a bit more?
No, absolutely, man. There's a little bit of content out there. As far as NFTs and all that stuff goes, but like what you should like the step number one is to create a wallet. Right? Is to create a wallet. I'm pretty sure I didn't do it through Coinbase, but I'm pretty sure since, I kind of started my MetaMask wallet like earlier than Coinbase had a wallet. I think Coinbase actually has a wallet. I think you can do everything on Coinbase now, if I'm not wrong. So I think if you go to Coinbase, you can actually create an account where you can then purchase, you link your Coinbase to your bank account, and then you can buy cryptocurrency from your bank account, right? Then it's on Coinbase, but then you can't do anything from Coinbase until you put it in your wallet. Your wallet is the only place, that's only like the fact that you have cryptocurrency. Then you have to send that cryptocurrency to a wallet, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure Coinbase has its own wallet now. So you can create your wallet there. It's a separate entity. Or you can create a wallet like on MetaMask, which is what I have. And you can send your cryptocurrency from Coinbase to your MetaMask. So the cryptocurrency you want to have if you want to buy my NFTs is Ethereum, right? So Ethereum, not Bitcoin, but Ethereum, and that's the cryptocurrency that Gary Vee used with his NFT project. And there's a lot of different like NFT projects that use the Ethereum. So that's the one I'm going to use as well. Hold on a second. Let me mute all real quick. Okay, Sean, unmute. Okay, yeah. See, most of the back noise, Kevin was saying to mute, but most of the back noise is coming from you, Sean. But yeah, man, that's what I would do. Yeah, I would go to Coinbase and I would start there and create. I'll mute you. You can unmute if you need to say something. But I would go to Coinbase and start an account there and buy some Ethereum and then put it in a digital wallet, whether it be Coinbase's wallet or MetaMask. And then from there, you can just kind of play around with it and just look around on some of the, like, OpenSea it's like an eBay for NFTs. Rarible is like a eBay for NFTs. There's a couple different sites that are like, eBay for NFTs, which most of it is literally just art. Like you're just buying a piece of art. Like there's this guy that bought a pet rock that's digital where the eyes light up, and he paid $600 and something thousand for this pet rock that's digital, and you can't even touch it. It's literally just on his phone, and all he can do is look at it. And he bought it for $600 and something thousand. It's insane. But anyway, most of that stuff is just artwork. primarily. It doesn't really have anything tangible to go with the NFTs once you buy them. Mine will have actual tangible goods that go with it, like access to me or signed books or, conferences or whatever the case may be, right? So yeah, I would encourage everyone to go to Coinbase. Also, if you go to the link in my Instagram bio, when you create your wallet, if you'll go to the link in my Instagram bio, there's a link where you can register to win an NFT. So I'm going to give away the one where you can shadow me for once a day for 2 years and give away like 3 or 4 other NFTs. Just give them away. So you can enter to win that by just filling in your name, your wallet, your digital wallet public key, and a few other things. Just go to the link in my bio and Instagram to register, to win one of those NFTs.
Hey, Ricky, who oversees the NFTs? Who protects the money? How does all that work?
It's kind of like the same people that like run the internet, like it's I guess the gods or something like yeah. I mean, like, who watches the money, in your bank account kind of deal, it's, I mean, like, yeah, like it's government backed and like your bank kind of, holds you, and you're supposed to hold them accountable and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, who really is controlling all that stuff, right? So, but yeah, it's, yeah, you can just look into it. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. You look at your bank and there's money in there, but all that is just digits on a computer screen, right? I'm gonna come to California next year. I hadn't decided which town. I don't know if it's gonna be LA, San Diego, Sacramento, or whatever. I hadn't decided that quite yet, but I'm definitely gonna come there. Thank you so much. All right, Matt.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Ricky, for everything you do for us. Really appreciate it. Glad you had a good time at Disney. I was going to send you a message today because I was worried you got caught in the hurricane.
No, I
Haven't seen much of you in a couple of days.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was just on vacation. Like I didn't post anywhere for like a week. It was felt great. No, the hurricane did go far west and hit New Orleans. It didn't affect us at all. We had a little bit of flooding down on the beach, but it didn't really do any damage and a little wind, but just no damage at all. Thank goodness. So, but again, it was really bad over there, and we've sent money, and my family has sent money and supplies to New Orleans, and we're standing by to see if anybody needs anything else. But no, we were spared, thank goodness. And whatever we can do to help the people over there, we'll do it.
Very good. So, is it okay to ask you a real estate related question? I know you've been talking about that.
No. I would rather real estate. I would actually prefer that.
Okay, gotcha. So, my intro, I need a suggestion on my intro because of my company name is so long.
What's your company name?
It's Atlanta Communities Real Estate Brokerage. And I'm actually in a suburb, and Atlanta, is a metropolitan area. And I also want them to, identify me with the area. So I've been, trying different things. I tried, hey, I'm a local realtor. I'm a realtor in Alpharetta. Atlanta Communities Real Estate. But I just haven't been able to land on something that's pithy.
Okay. So like, do you do expireds or circle prospecting, or what do you?
We have zero expires, like 5 a month.
But Matt, listen, you can go back 3 years, right? And just have like thousand.
I actually did that,
Okay.
and it averaged about 5 a month.
So, but you just said you had like 2 or 3 a day, right?
No. I said we have about 5 a month.
Okay. That's cool. Hey, whatever, man. So who do you call?
I'm doing circle prospecting.
Okay. All right. So I'm the homeowner. All right.
Yes.
And you're the agent. All right. So let's hear the intro. Ring, 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 ring. Hello.
Hello, Ms. Caruth.
This is Mr. Caruth.
Oh, hey, Mr. Caruth. This is Matt Broyles with Atlanta Communities Real Estate. How you doing today? Well, that's good. Me too. Just enjoying this beautiful day. Isn't it gorgeous outside?
Ooh.
All right,
This is so awkward.
It is awkward.
You ever had a conversation before on the phone, Matt?
Yes. You know, I didn't want to take up too much of your time today, but one of your neighbors around the corner just sold their house, and I was just calling to see if there's anything in the world I can do for you.
You think I care what people selling their houses for?
That doesn't sound like it.
I could give a flip.
Well, have you ever been interested in NFTs or crypto?
What in the hell are you talking about? All right, I'm out of here. Bye. So your intro sounded pretty good.
Okay.
What's wrong with it?
You know, it's just long.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's Matt Brawls with Atlantic. What is it?
Atlanta Community Real Estate.
Yeah, there you go. This is Matt Brawls with the Atlantic Communities Real Estate. How you doing today? That's not long.
Okay. So one other challenge I've been having is my area does get called a lot on circle prospecting, whether it's other agents or iBuyers. And
So what do they say, man? What do the owners say?
there's just a lot of resistance. You know,
But what do they say though? What do they say? Give me an example.
Well, they're not very engaged on the conversation when you go into the weather or, you know.
No, I understand. But what do they say?
So a lot of times it's like, yeah, I'm not interested in selling my house.
And you say,
Okay, I got you. Well, you know, you know, I'm sure at some point you may.
okay, listen to me, Matt, listen. When they say something like, I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that, say, great. That's not why I'm calling.
Okay.
Right? And you see how I raise my pitch?
Yes.
Okay. See, when you raise your pitch, that creates engagement. You know, because it kind of wakes them up. See, I feel like you may be a monotone. Right? I don't know this. I haven't heard you make calls. I'm just assuming, just based on what I've heard so far, that I feel like you may be a more of a monotone. You have to know when to, and you don't want to do it all the time. You don't want to have like waves of like high pitch and low pitch. And you want to know when, and it comes from experience. You want to know when to apply these high pitch moments that create engagement, because it kind of wakes them up and brings them back into the conversation and kind of gets us back and forth going. Your job is to shake them up a little bit. You know what I mean? And kind of create that engagement with them. You know, because if you just sound monotone and you're kind of going through this little spill and you're doing a bunch of uhs and ahs, then yeah. So it's not about them getting called by a bunch of different agents. It's not about them not being interested. That has nothing to do with your ability to make them engage with you. Right? See, you're making excuses for yourself and then slowly beginning to believe these excuses when these excuses have nothing to do with the success of your phone calls. If somebody says that, you know, I'm getting called by a bunch of agents, I'm saying, well, cool. Well, listen, I just want to let you know up front, I'm completely different. Right? You haven't talked to me, and I'm sure you've talked to a lot of agents, but you haven't talked to me yet. Right? And let me just tell you what the difference is right off the bat. I'm here to help you. I'm not trying to sell your house. Yeah, I'd like to just get to know you for a second and see what I can do to help you. And if nothing else, just stay in touch with you, right? I mean, you've got to know how to adjust, man, and make these adjustments. And not only adjust, like, because what I hear from you is that no matter what happens, you're trying to just get through the script, right? Because when you said that they say, I'm not ready to sell my house, then you went into this and this about, well, might you have an agent, that you would work with if you were, when really that's just the next step in the script, when we're not actually listening to them on the level of flowing that conversation to a comfortable place. See, we're trying to get to a comfortable place in the conversation. And so that's what I hear from you, is that you're making excuses that you're slowly believing. You're not making adjustments. You're not listening to them. You're just trying to do the script. And so I'm only coming down on you, and with coming from a place of intentions to truly help you and hope that you understand that this is all BS that you're telling me. And that you should actually, the fact that a lot of agents are calling should give you a huge advantage, because you should be so different from all those other agents that you stand out on such a pedestal that people are drawn to you to do business with you and want you to stay in touch with them. But it's got to come from a warm place, right? So I think that might be what you're missing. But there again, we just did a small role play, which is an incubated, imaginary situation that is probably so far from the reality of your actual call, so it's hard to judge. But I that's what I feel.
Okay.
Right. So I think it comes from a place of not caring that there's other agents calling, letting them know that that's great. But let me just tell you up front, I'm not calling to sell your house. I'm just calling to see what I can do. I don't want to know what I can't do for you. I want to know what I can do for you, and also get to know you. Right. And really understand you on a better level, and that way, if you feel like, you want to work with me later, great. If not, I understand, if you already have a relationship in place, or, if you're just not feeling it or whatever. But, if you take that approach with thousands of people in your market, you're going to get hundreds of people who want to do business with you, But if you just make the excuse that a lot of people's calling, and you just kind of try to go through the script, and you have this monotone about you, and kind of a bad attitude about what the results of the calls are, then you're going to have horrible results. I mean, it's just, I've seen this story play over and over and over again.
I appreciate it.
Do you love making calls? Are you excited in the morning when you wake up and think, I'm going to make calls today?
Ricky, I've been making calls for 28 years, and I just started your system.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm banging out 3 hours a day.
Okay.
And I'm getting, around 10 emails a day. It's just, scratching and clawing, and I'm just new at this approach.
Yeah.
I've been scripted my whole life.
So you've been scripted along the mainstream scripts.
Yes.
Where did you get your scripts, like the old scripts, before you ran into me?
Primarily the fairies.
I didn't want to say fairy. I wanted you to. I wanted you to say fairy, right? I knew where you got them from, but I didn't want to say it. I wanted you to say it. But yeah, that's the problem. I'll say that.
Yeah, it totally is. And I don't know that I'm trying to unlearn it. And when I get on the call, I've got energy and I'm friendly.
Okay. Well, let me just end our little conversation with the fact that, when you've been programmed a certain way for so long to go after the deal, not care about the people, and just close somebody, it's really hard to unprogram that, right? And so I always suggest people to go 50-50, right? You can't ever go cold turkey with this. It's like it's got to be 50-50. And then you slowly get to 60-40 and the 70-30, and you kind of start inching your way, baby step your way towards it. Because every day as you're doing the calls, you're realizing more and more and more that this is the way to go. This is the best method. This is the best way to build your business around actually building relationships. And so you slowly get this. I'm not at 100% yet myself. I'm still trying to get there. There's still a part of me that's trying to close. Right? Really small part of me, but it's still there. And that little small part is what's holding me back from really taking it to the next level. If I would totally let go of all of it and go 100% just all in on people, which you guys may think that I have, but I haven't. I'm still trying to close here and there. There's still a piece of me that's still there. I can't let go of it. Then I think I could actually reach levels I never even thought was possible. And so you just have to just let go little by little sometimes, especially when you've been programmed the way you have for so long. But I think the biggest thing that you should try to get out of this is the pitches, right? The pitches, the pitches, like when they say, you know, oh, I'm not interested in selling my house. Oh, good. Right. Oh, good. Oh, well, listen, you know, that's not what I'm trying to do here. Right. That little pitch for a second kind of draws them back in and like makes them listen for a second. Now you got their attention. Now let's follow it up with some good stuff, you know? So just, I mean, try to go with the flow a little better and keep me informed.
I will. Just so you know, I am committed to it, and you know, I mean, I can unlearn all this stuff, and I literally unplugged from everything to follow you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to act like I'm brand new at this, you know, as much as I can.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
No, I'm excited to see where it goes. So keep me informed.
Okay, thanks.
Dickens.
Hi, Ricky.
What's happening, man?
I'm good. I got one quick question about the 28-day challenge. I finished everything. Finished the course on the website, and I think I'm ready for the 28 days. And but I'm here. I just want to know what the best advice. I know I need to just get contact with you.
You're in, where are you at? You're in France, Paris?
No, I'm in Boston.
Okay. Now there's another guy with a name similar to yours with a similar accent that's in Paris that I talk.
You have a French accent. I do speak French.
Yeah. No, I noticed the accent. No, but he has a similar name and he's in Paris. So I'm just seeing what was going on there. No, go through it, man. Go through it. Start it up, and it'll start Sunday. And you know, follow it and get through it, man. Just let me know if you have any questions. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? It's kind of like a 28-day boot camp. I'm actually revamping the entire program right now. I'm actually gonna combine the two and create a 60-day. Like, I'm gonna make the 90-day and the 28-day a 60-day, and I'm actually gonna have it on the website as day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way to 60, instead of the way it is right now. And I'm gonna revamp the entire thing, and I'm gonna kick that off for the new year. So that's kind of a little plug for, I'm revamping the entire program, and going to have that done by the end of the year so that we can kick off 2022 with an entirely different, not entirely different, but it'll be a different setup. A lot of you that have done the 90 days, it'll be kind of the same stuff, but it'll be a different format. So I think 90 days is too long. I think 28 days is too short. So I want to combine them both into a 60-day going into 2022. And I'm excited about that revamp. So I'm going to add a few things and take a few things out, so on and so forth. So it'll be good. But no, as it stands, just go through the 28 days like it is and crush it, man.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Cool, guys. Any other questions today or anything else I can do to help you? It was really good to hang out with you guys for a second. And today I was basically just trying to get caught up, which I didn't get caught up with everything. But between today and tomorrow, I will be in a really good place as far as getting caught up, but especially by Friday and stuff. Next week's going to be great. Wednesday, I'm going to be in Dallas next Wednesday. So I'm hoping any of you guys that are within driving distance of Dallas can get there, or if you want to fly in, I'm okay with that as well. So I can see you guys. And anything else today? Oh, Ben.
Hey, what's up, Ricky? How are you?
Oh, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, man, just want to say thank you for your training and everything. I've been an agent about next month will be a year, and I've been just jumping on the prospecting calls and stuff. But I wanted to understand, switching gears back to the NFT thing. I'm so clueless. What is NFT?
Okay. So like it'll be like a digital baseball card, right? So it'll be a piece of artwork, right, that I created, and that you'll be able to buy with cryptocurrency from your digital wallet. Okay. And then you'll own that asset within your wallet. You can actually pull it up in your phone and look at it, but you'll be able to redeem my NFTs for certain accesses to me, to my team. I mean, heck, we could sit down and talk about social media I can give you access to my editors and the strategy that I use for my social media. We can talk about your business. Like there's a ton of different things. You can shadow me for a day. We can do Zoom calls. You can bring your whole team to Gulf Shores and come to my office. I'm going to do a huge conference for the next 2 years. So it's tickets to that for both years. Signed copies of my books. There's tons of stuff, right? So there's actually tangible things on the back end of the NFT itself.
And how can I get it? Or get that already? I have a wallet with
Yeah, so if you want to have at least 1.5, so my NFTs are going to range from 1.5 Ethereum to 8 Ethereum. That's the range. So yeah, so if you have at least 1.5 Ethereum in your wallet, then you'll be able to purchase one. I'm going to have 100 tokens total. And so, you'll at least be able to buy the cheapest ones if you have a 1.5 Ethereum there. And, once I release the project to the public to buy, then, I'll make a big announcement and you guys will know what's coming.
who's doing your mining? Like, do you mine yourself personally?
So there's no like mining with NFT. Yeah, so there's no mining with so there's no mining with NFTs, right? NFT is just like a digital piece of artwork. So what I have to do what I have to do with the NFTs, I have to actually mint it. I have to mint the NFT to actually make it so I can take a piece of art and I can mint it into an NFT, which actually creates a digital smart contract that makes it a one-of-a-kind piece of art, right? In a digital world. So yeah, there's no mining. It's not like I'm like creating like cryptocurrency. I'm just like creating art on the blockchain that cannot be replicated, that you can redeem for certain things, right? That you can buy with. Yeah, dude. Once you understand the process of it and the power of things that you can do with it, it's unreal. I could tell you guys some stuff that'll blow your mind with stuff that can be done with this technology. That's really kind of some futuristic type stuff. Like there's some people who there's some people that like believe, and I think this is a total reality, that when you're born, you could literally be like an NFT, like like your social security number is an NFT, and like you're an NFT basically, right? And then like NFT literally tracks every single place that you go physically, your entire life, like knows every little place that you go and everything you do type stuff. Scary stuff.
So like another social security.
I think our social security, I think our deeds to our houses and titles and cars and boats and everything is going to be a digital NFT. We're going to have NFT deeds, NFT titles, NFT social security cards, birth certificates, the whole 9 yards.
Crazy. Well, thank you, Ricky, for clarifying that.
Yeah, man.
Again, thank you again for your training and for your program. Appreciate it.
No, bro. My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay, we got 3 more questions. This is the lightning round. Kyra.
Hey, Rick. I had a quick question for you, and I've been meaning to ask for a while. But when did you decide that you were gonna put your head down in the sand and just grind? And when was it okay, now it's time to let up? That kind of thing.
Well, listen, from day one, but what capacity you're saying? Because my head's been in the sand from day one, and it's still not out of the sand.
With real estate, and or what level did you know? Okay, I'm there now, so I can sort of.
I got you. So once you, so the bottom line is once you grow, you put your head in the sand, and your head in the sand means that you're growing your database. Okay. You're just like making calls or wherever you run into people, that you add them to your database and continue to build your brand with those people forever. Like that's your head in the sand. And then your head has to stay in the sand until you're making the amount of money you want to make. Once you make the amount of money you want to make in a year and you're doing a weekly email and stuff, then you can take your head out of the sand, and then you'll continue to make that same amount of money every year. So when I hit $1 million in 2017, that was the point where I said, okay, I'm done. building this. It's built. The clientele I have now will carry $1 million a year from here on out. And that's what's happened. So I took my head out of the sand in 2017 and put my head in the sand in the coaching world and the influencer world and social media and writing books and doing videos and podcasts. I put my head in the sand in a different sandbox, right? And so that's what I do. I stick my head in the real estate sandbox for a while, and then I'm done with that. Put my head in the coaching sandbox for a while, and now I'm in this other sandbox, like creating other businesses and doing other things. So it's you keep your head down until you're making what you want to make per year. But you've got to be doing the weekly email. You've got to be doing the weekly email, every week, right? For that scenario to play out where you continue to make that same amount of money every year, the weekly email has to be in place where that personal brand is being built, and then you're accumulating those clients over time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it comes down to keep your head in the sand until you're making the amount of money you want to make.
Okay, and now do you sort of like you said, you just went to Florida. So do you think maybe that you should have take time to back off the pedal a little bit every so often, every year, or like every 3 months or so, or no?
I used to take like traditionally, I would take a vacation every year. Right. But like those vacations to me weren't like true vacations because I was like still working on vacation and stuff. Not like the one this past week. Like I totally shut down. However, back then I didn't really have all this social media stuff happening. And so to be able to unplug from that world for a second was like a whole different ball game. But I don't know. Like everybody's different. You know what I mean? I think it's okay to like, continue to crush it. Until you're making the amount of money you want to make, and then try to figure out, okay, this, that, and the other. But in my mind, like, a 3 to 4 year run where you're really crushing and adding 5 people a day to your database, you're looking at 5,000 people over the course of 4 or 5 years who own property in your area that's going to weekly email. I mean, you should be at the top of the food chain,
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Rick.
Hey, I was just gonna say one thing. With the Coinbase app, you can actually earn free money in crypto through it, just watching videos.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So, it's probably not a whole lot, right?
I earned about $30 in free crypto.
Nice.
Watching videos and learning about the different, ones that are out there.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just like it's not like nothing, right? But like my cheapest NFT is 1.5 Ethereum. So if it's 3,500, that times 1.5 is what, $5,000. So my cheapest one's going to be like $5,000. So you won't like win enough to like get a Ricky Caruth NFT, but it is something like it go towards this or that. I mean, it's $30 is $30. So no, that's interesting. No, I didn't know that. That's good to know. Cool. Rob.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Just wanted to tell you, I really appreciated your talk at the Florida Realtors Association. I got you kind enough to sign a book for me. I've been reading it, actually loving it, and it's really inspiring. So thanks. Question I had, just a simple one, was I missed a good deal of this meeting because I had a real estate partner call me, so I couldn't get to you. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Already. Cool.
Yeah.
What are you titling it? Your free real estate?
No, it's called it's called Back from Vaca. Let's talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
It's live. I'm live right now, so like it'll be there as soon as I shut this down. Then it'll be there.
Very good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. I'll let you get going though.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Terrific.
Cool, guys. Hey, like I said, nothing excites me more than hang out with you guys for a good hour. So if you need anything, just message me on Instagram. All right. I'll get all those messages answered by tomorrow. I'll get all caught up there. And if you guys need anything else, let me know. Looking forward to seeing you guys in Dallas next week, Connecticut, end of October. And then next year, I'm looking at Denver, somewhere in California, Vegas for the big one, and somewhere out east, maybe Philadelphia or something as well. I'm going to do 4 really big ones next year, so I'm excited about it. And trying to think if there's anything else before I go here. I don't think there is. I think I covered everything, and I hope you guys got a lot out of this. So I'll see you guys on the next video, which will be sometime soon. I'll post another video on YouTube tomorrow, get that cranking back up, and some more stuff on Instagram. And I hope all this stuff is really helping you guys. So we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Ricky.
Have a good one.